Well, good day, tubes. How's she going? Welcome to my ticky shed. Anyways, we done a little bit of restoration work, we'll say, on the TS400, some of the parts and bits and pieces and stuff. And still got some tape on them. I didn't want to cover that with paint, so we got them pretty much cleaned up. I didn't worry about too much inside there because it's going to be all covered in. So, but the outside stuff, you know, we did pretty good. It's been drying and hanging. This is like an enamel paint I used too, so it's been drying and hanging in the warm for a while. So hopefully it's mostly good. And that's of course the inside now. Well, that was painted. As you can see, got kind of beat up a bit from when the parts and bits and pieces were flinging around from the piston here when she broke apart and fell apart. So hopefully that's not going to make too much of a difference for running. I just didn't really want to paint in there because I don't know if this paint I used is like, it's not a baked on paint like they would have used, so it'll be probably not good for, you know, the insides and the gas and stuff. So, but we didn't cover up anything here with paint, so these two parts here should, how the heck did this go back together? No, got her wrong, bud. These two should, no, still got it wrong, bud. Should go together fairly good. Looks like I got a bit of a tight fit on that pin there. Oh, there's supposed to be two locator pins. There's supposed to be one here too. I wonder if it fell out on the table here somewhere anyways. For that, so that's the inside of your crankcase there. Of course, the large side and the smaller side, that's the flywheel side, I believe. Yep, that's where your magneto and stuff goes, and this will be your recoil side. So that's kind of cool. That should be almost good to go back together, I think. I hope. But there it is, right there. I wondered what this little thing was for here, and oops, and it's supposed to be right in here. I'll have to get that smooshed back into there, I guess. Yeah, that's what that's for. That should be good. And so I was looking at the clutch and stuff here, and actually I just kind of hooked it right back to the old crankshaft here just for fun. I think it's still going to be all right for now. It probably should be replaced, but I was looking at this bearing here, and that's not too good. Now what this does is when this is sitting here idling, why is that so tight? I guess I gotta actually push that on there. But anyways, when this is sitting, there we go, when it's sitting here idling, so the engine's running, and it's not running fast enough to fling out these little weights and these shoes into this guy to make it run. So as soon as you hit the throttle, it flings those guys out, and then the whole thing's moving, right? So what's happening here is when this thing's idling, it's sitting here and spinning on this bearing here. And this bearing is not in very good shape by the feels of things. You can hear it. Really crunchy. So we're gonna probably pull it apart here if I can get these little guys to work. Oh no, internal. Yeah. This might not, no, we're in the right way there. Ooh. Back here. Okay, we got it started anyways. Okay, we're out. And I kind of highly doubt that that little bearing in there is just going to fall out. Let me put you down here a bit, and then we'll have a little look-see here. would imagine that is removable, but geez, I'm not really 100% sure. Let me grab my little light here so I can see a little better. Yeah, that should come out of there. I can see the edge of the bearing is like right there, so. Okay, we're gonna need maybe a socket. I want to see if I could potentially go up to the store and get bearings and stuff out and see if we can get that today. A little bigger than that, I guess. Not sure if we can get this today or not. It does have a number on it, but I wonder if I should get some spray on that too. Might need to heat them up a bit too. Maybe it might be a good tight fit in there. Let's try a 19 mil socket. Too big. Might be an 18. And it's not great, but don't know whether this will be successful or not. We might need to warm that up a bit. Maybe. Might need to warm it up. And I don't really want to cook that bearing, but you could probably get the bearing and the whole clutch assembly for cheaper than what the bearing's gonna cost me up there. But wait a minute. I go this way, bud. Alright. Move it all? I don't know. I guess it's going to destroy the bearing here. I think we're going to warm it up a little bit. Something tells me that that's just not going to come out super fun. I got a picture of the part number on the bearing, so the guys I'm going to go to here can probably look it up. Thing is, I'm hitting it kind of on the seal on this bearing. I can't get it nice and wide where it is here. Oh, fingers on fire. Ooh, that's pretty warm. Geez, I might have to go to the vise where she's a little bit more firmer. Because I'm not sure if we're successfully beating this out or just wrecking things. Looks like we're just going to be wrecking things here. I need a glove maybe. Might end up having to get the whole clutch. I don't think we're getting any success here. Probably also could have just taken the seal off the one side and then re-greased it, but what's the fun in that? Also not really hitting on a very good surface, but that's probably saving the clutch. Ooh, that's hot. I don't think we're actually here except just destroying the bearing more. Probably should be using that side really, but that's all I got. Hey, we might have done her. There we go. That's all we needed. Now this is going to be really hot. So, whoa, yeah, that's hot. We're going to put that up there for a minute. And let's put some tools back here so we're out of the way. Hopefully that other one goes in a little better. Yeah, it's a little warm, that one. Okay, so that's a, looks like 6200 LUA. Lua. Lua? Alright, I think a little bit of heat helped there. I don't think we hurt anything other than my table. But I'll probably take that down and give it a sandblast, clean it all up too. Oof, that's hot. And this guy I'm going to run up and see if I can get a new one. Because that'll be definitely junk now. But anyways, should let that cool off. But yeah, so we cleaned up the whole gas tank housing and stuff here too. And it didn't come out too bad. I didn't spend like a whole lot of time cleaning it, but like up here it's from cutting so much stuff, it's actually like burred into it, but I got it, you know, not bad, and then painted it up, cleaned it all up. I didn't take the screws out and re-clean them, but down here, you know, I didn't really want to blast right through the paint because it's like magnesium or aluminum or something. Pretty hard on sandblast and that stuff, but mostly it all come out pretty good. I got everything all kind of taped up too. I put those guys on there just to, you know, kind of hold them and that, and I think that'll work out pretty good. So we got that bit, and in here that's just the cover. We could probably put that back on now. And this was interesting because this is plastic for the recoil cover kind of thing, or the flywheel cover. So I just kind of quickly sandblasted it, believe it or not. Got some crap off it. I see got some drips. Oh well. And just painted it again, and it seemed to be all right. Here I just painted or didn't paint it, just quickly sandblasted the flywheel. So it should be a bit cleaner, and that's the one that Brian sent us there. Brian? No, Brian. Sorry, Ryan. I got so many Brians. I know like 100 different Brians. I got Brian on the brain. So, anyways, thank you for sending that. And then here is the muff flower. Look at that, brand new. Well, it's not, but it looks like it, doesn't it? Brand new. Awesome. So that's all good to go. And yeah, so let that cool. This bearing's still really hot, so I'm gonna go put it out on the cold there, and I'm gonna go see if I can get a new one. We'll be right on back. All right, got back, and got a new bearing. No, that's not it. That's the old one. She's definitely seizured now from the hammering I had to do to get her out. But really, there's no way to get that thing out of there other than doing that. So probably you just replace the whole thing, but that's removable. So oh, a little box, NTN bearings, and 6. Yeah, well, we got 6200 LUA. This is an LLU. Now he says, do you want the good one, or the better one, or the premium one? So I don't know. Maybe we got the wrong sticker there. L6200 LLU, but this new bearing says 6200 LU, but this one has an LUA. Oh, that's much smoother. And it's a two-sided. This one looks like only a one-sided now because I just mashed that thing. But that should... It looks good to me. Yeah. So, I took a clutch bell down there too, and I cleaned it all up and gave it a spray of some high heat black, and then cleaned out in here where the clutch rides. Where did I put that? Here. So you want that kind of clean for that. You don't want crap on there, but that should be good. And yeah, it should be good. Of course, that will fit in there. Nice, beautiful. And this needs to go down in here real nice. And we will... thinking I'm going to use a bearing seal driver thing here. Let's see here. See if we can get one that'll work. Probably this little guy here. Now, the problem is this might be not good. Yeah, see, that's not going to work for there. So, because this normally goes through and then it's got to fit through there, right? But I don't even think this end... Oh, that's not going to work for that one. So I guess they have a smaller kit. This is kind of bigger stuff here. This one, I mean, this thing goes up to gigantic, the size of a clutch bell. So that's not going to work. What we might be able to do though is... Not work either. Oh, that's why. What we might be able to do is potentially... Holy jeez, look out. The counter's falling apart on me. It's all good. Need more shelves. Need more room. We might be able to get away by using that guy on there, but I'm going to probably find a socket that'll fit that guy. Yeah, I think this, what the heck size was this one? 7/8. Should pretty much get her. It's a little bit... Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. Maybe I'll do it with a little bit of a thing on here so I don't have to hold right down there. Now let's just make sure that we're starting fairly square here. That ticking's gonna make me fall asleep, potentially. That's gonna take some hammering to get some more on this side. Well, I'm not crazy on how that's going in so far. I don't know if I can get that sort of back out yet though. There, we straightened her. She's a tight fit, that's for sure. It's got to go in some more yet, quite a bit more yet. We're a little bit high on this side. And the clutch bell could not be perfectly round either. That might be the other problem. Okay, we got her almost flat. Still rolling good. Haven't buggered it up yet. actually gonna fit. It should. I think we're home. Beauty. It's rolling pretty good there. Okay. I think we're home. I can see the groove there. But I might just give her just one more. Yeah, I think we're good, but well, let's see if we can get that clip back in there. That's the clip. Let's see here. Now, I don't think we're going to be rebuilding this whole entire thing today. But probably should get that guy cleaned up a little bit too. Get some emery paper down here. And let's do a 240. Let's help get it in the groove a little better. It's a little shinier. So I thought, maybe we'll just rebuild this saw and drive on, but I thought, you know what? Just maybe a little bit of restoration to it might be alright too. That's got the worst of her. Now, the guard is in really bad shape though. I might, I don't know what I might do with it. I don't think it's worth really buying a brand new guard just for that. It's kind of silly, but now these things they look like they collapse down really good, but they actually don't seem to push it far enough. See that? They don't seem to really close right down. Super tight for some reason, but we'll see if we can get her stout. No, we got her one. There we go. Well, looks like that's in. Sweet! Alright! Those guys back up there, and let's just get her on here just for funds. Was there... There must have been a washer. I might not have this quite on right here. I don't think that's right. No, I don't think so. I think I had it right. Well, maybe that was right. No, I don't think so, because this looks like it's got some marks on there from the clutch. Might have to look up a spec on this now, because this kind of looks to me like it was there. Which means that would have been on like that, because this would be on the outside. And I don't know if that's right. Let me look up a spec on, or a sheet thingy on that. Exploded view, that's what we want. Well, I found a good thing here, but I'm not actually seeing that washer behind there at all, which is kind of weird, because it definitely looks like, from the marks, definitely looks like one of these things, which definitely looks like that was sitting definitely on there. But on here, unless it's number 16 there, but that looks like that circlip that we just put back in this guy. Yeah, circlip, the number 13. looks like it went on this guy as a washer. That doesn't fit on there though. What is number 13 here? 13 is a ring. That looks like a ring, but to me it looks like, well, 17. What is 17? 17 is a washer, which I would say that's the washer. But what is 13? It says ring. That's interesting. Oh, my little, oh, maybe it was this guy. That does not make sense, so this definitely is not in here. Okay, so they're saying it's got to go through. That's okay. No, we are right. This has to go, yeah, on there first. I see it now. Number 8, and then the clutch goes on. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm liking that. I think we had it right. And the clutch, and then 13 looks like this little guy. And then we've got the snap ring, the bearing, and then the clutch housing. Oh, it doesn't want to go on there now. Why did you just fit on there really nice and now you don't? There we go. Okay. And then it looks like this guy goes on. And then I'm not actually putting this together right now. We're just kind of getting ready. That's for your recoil. And then we need the nut here. Nut loosen, nut tighten. Yeah, this is a reversed guy here. We'll have to put all this on after, but nut loosen, so nut tighten. There we go. Yeah, so that's that assembly there. So then your recoil, which is kind of buried now, hooks into this guy with the dogs. When you pull it, you know, and this thing just sits there on the bearing. Ooh, that froze much better now. That's way better. So you can see how much, and I'm sure these shoes are wore down some. It's got to move quite a bit there to get that to engage. So maybe it needs a new clutch. I don't know. And then of course that would have to be tightened down, and then you tighten this guy on after so you don't bugger up the flywheel. This nut isn't the greatest. It kind of got some beaten, I guess, when we've got this new crankshaft though. This was just kind of messing around with this, right? And that thread's on there, but it's a little tight. It's not going to come off, I guess. So, but yeah, we got the new assembly here to do all this too. I just wanted to mess around with that and try that out. So that's good. Now, I guess that bearing shot. I go in the junk pile. Nice little NTN bearing. Now that bearing, just so you know, cost me $12.54. $14.17 after tax. So it's just a little guy though, but that's all right. All right, so I'll have to put this guy down here for now. And we would need to start working off of this, I think. If I remember right. Boy, I gotta remember how this all went back together now. Because I'm really racking my brain to remember. So that went like this. And of course, there's a gasket that goes between this. And how the heck? I guess we could rebuild this engine first here. Although it should probably go, let me think now, that's the carburetor side. It should go this way, I believe. Yeah, because that's our little impulse guy there, so that's got to go and sit right in like that, I think. Something like that. That's the rubber mount thing there. That's a mount there. Oh geez, get back here. And the carb would sit right in there. What actually holds this thing in here? I can't really remember. Boy, I'm gonna have to think about this thing now, because I guess we're pretty much in the right spot here. This thing will stay together for me for a minute. It's interesting. It's basically just the rubber grommets that hold the thing to the actual frame, if I remember right. Yeah, there's a screw, one there and then one here. And then I guess, I don't know, I don't remember now. I don't know, I'll have to figure it out. Hopefully I got this guy back on right. I'm kind of wondering if I put it upside down. Let's have a look-see at the diagrams. These are a pretty good set of diagrams I got here. Let's look for the engine. It's engine crankcase. It's not really showing me that there. Recoil. Yeah, so that thing's facing down, so I think we got it in the right spot there. This would go up, I think, though. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's about clear as mud, I think. It's been a while since I took this apart, so I'm kind of trying to remember everything now, but we'd have to do the bearings and the seals and this guy here first, so there's no point in that guy right out right now. We'll have to do bearings and seals first here. And of course the gasket between, and I'm probably going to use some of my stuff here in my gasket. This is pretty good stuff. You don't need much of it though. I've shown you that guys a few times before. Let's see if we get some more bits and parts and pieces here. There's all the gaskets and the seals, and somewhere there should be bearings. Yeah, it's all packaged up a little differently here. I think this guy's actually made these kits. It's kind of neat. We do have fuel lines and stuff. I'm going to run with these ones now because they still feel really good. Like they feel really smushy nice still. So I don't see any cracks or anything in them. They seem actually really good still. So I'm going to just hold on to these for now. I guess there's other bits in there we will need. So, fun stuff. So we got to put the bearing on this side. Of course, there's two different sizes of them. And this we might have to warm up the case again. Those are nice. Yeah, two different sizes. This is the bigger side, I think. Yeah, definitely gonna have to probably warm that up a bit. And get a right socket for that to drive it in. And then the seals go in from the other way. They drive in this way with the metal piece out here. And that's it for that. And then we got to fit the thing together, and I'm still not sure how you get them nice and sandwiched together, but I think you maybe use the screws and start screwing it together and it'll suck it in and that'll be sealed up. So that one's got to go, yeah, on this side. So this one's a little bit harder. And that's the inside of your crankcase there, right? So we'll give her some 2-stroke oil in there after we're buttoning her right up. We got an extra wrist pin bearing. That's kind of interesting, but okay. That should be pretty straightforward, clear as mud. Now, I don't really want to heat this up too much. I probably should give that a little bit of lube going in too, maybe. What are we going to use? Let's do some sheep grease, maybe. Probably should use 2-stroke oil, but I neglected to bring any up with me. So, I mean, this stuff's pretty it's pretty good stuff, so. But we will get a paintbrush and dab some in there after, but. Okay, before we get that too hot, I'm gonna find my bearing drivers might work for that. Get that down again. The seal bearing drivers here. And a little bigger. We could use the other way too, though. That one looks. Ooh, what happened to that one? Must have used her for something real good. Well, that one should work for there. Okay. And just as long as that will go through. Ooh. It might not work either. It's definitely not going to work on this one. Because it's got to go through. Here like this. Ooh. Might just make her. Kind of wish that was recessed in there a little bit better though, but okay. I'm not crazy on that though, really. I think we're all right, but just barely. This one probably won't work on though. Yeah, no, we got too much. Riser's going to put too much pressure on that inside. Okay, well, we can do socket, I guess. That will work too. And these things, you don't want to really heat them up, I don't think, too much, because, you know, you got to get them warm enough so you're not beating on them too much either, right? But I don't think this seal driver, bearing driver, is going to work for that. We'll maybe just do the socket trick again. I got some bigger sockets here, so up she goes again. I know, bearing seal driver, you really want to work hard for us, but it's just not configured right. Let me just grab this guy here. I'll get a socket. Jeez, it looks like I'm gonna have to go with a Big Daddy. 1 16" fits that. Wow, okay. Let's give her a little bit of heat here. That'll just help expand it a little bit. Should drive in. Oh, I better not set the place on fire either. My bad. Fire! Fire! Okay, let me just hold that while we're doing that, maybe. Give that a shot. Let's see. That'll go in there enough. I don't think it's quite warm enough. Oh, geez, maybe it is. It's almost falling in there. Well, get out. I'm not ready for you yet. Geez. May not get a choice here. Really that warm though. I'm not happy with that. Really happy with that. I don't really want to heat this bearing up, but there's no grease in this bearing, so going. We just got a little bit left here. I think that'll do it. If I could just get a hair bit more. To take these screws out of here for the magneto before we break them off. I think that's got to be it. Feels pretty good. It's a little gravelly, those bearings. I rolled them. Whoa, get back here. Yeah, should be alright. Let's just spray a bit of stuff in it for now. Really? Need a little bit. Alright, we'll let that cool down a little bit before we put the seal in it. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. She's rolling, rolling, rolling. That's good. Okay. That one's in. We'll let him cool. Now this one might be a little more fun. And we'll need a smaller socket. Yeah, it's too big. Okay, I think this one's better. Let's not burn the place down here. Well, let's put these screws back in this side before I lose them. That's for that magneto. To get that reset up again. Good. That burling's in, and then we'll have to do the other one. A bit of lubie. Come on, pull. There we go. She kicked over. Just needed a bit of choke. hot. That's got her. Yeah. Mostly got her, I think. Smash! Oh! Bet you this piece here is like 200 bucks. I don't know, I got a little bit of a lip hanging up there, but it seems like it's hammering down pretty hard there. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, we're going to let those cool down a little bit. And the seals shouldn't have to get heated up to go in. They should go in pretty good. So, I'm going to go grab a little bite to eat. Make sure that's not hot and burning up. Nope, we're good. And then we'll drive in some seals. And make sure we get the right ones on the right sides again. Should be good. Awesome. Alright, should have done this, I guess, before I drove in those bearings, but there's just a tiny little layer of oversprayed paint in there where the seal's supposed to fit in. That's not looking too bad though. I didn't try to directly spray under there though, right? So this side we'll give a little rub. Yeah, it's not too bad in there. There's just a little skim of paint. We'll give her just a little bit here too, maybe. Oh darn, I didn't get any two-stroke oil again. Oh. Maybe this stuff will be good enough. I don't know. Sheep grease stuff might be alright. Alright, we'll work on this little guy first here. And I guess that's this little guy here. So we'll get him carved out there without hopefully hurting the cylinder base gasket here. It's kind of a sweet little kit, isn't it? It's actually not super warm in here right now. I'm gonna just crank up the heat a bit here, 1 second, and it's gonna get a little more roary sounding, but turn it up to 22 or just over room temperature. Okay, so we're gonna need that dirt out of there. How did that get in there? It must be out of the package. Okay, so this should fit on that crankshaft, but where did I put the crankshaft? I had it here. Oh, it's in the box here. So it should fit on this side, but now we've got this all on there, so we won't bother with that. But got to find a little wee socket for driving that guy in. Give me 1 sec here. Okay, that should do. And I don't think we want this to go right down and touching that right on that bearing, so we just got to get this down flush, I think, here. Here a bit more. think that's about got her. We should be able to seal with that. Should be good for that side, and the big one in here now. I'm gonna have to probably change sockets again. Okay, that one's, yeah, I gotta change sockets again. Okay. I like the way that's going in there. Still not liking it. Doesn't feel like that's fitting kind of nice. Oh, it's going in though. Didn't really fit super nice feeling. I really don't like the feel of this bearing either. Well, they're all a bit weird, both a bit weird feeling. Maybe once they get worn a little bit, or wore out. Now that should be this side. Should go right through there. Better not get her locked in there, I guess, until we're ready for it. Because these things, I think, once they start going together, they you kind of don't stop. Okay, better not lose this nut. I'm not 100% crazy on how this nut is feeling, so I don't know, maybe it's all right, but I mean, it's threading on, but it's just, I don't know. I guess we can try it, but I guess that's as far as that's gonna go there. Go too much more. It's already kind of deep enough, I think. That one's definitely in there good, so I'm happy with that. Okay, I got some stuff to put away here. Okay, we got our new crankshaft here. And I'm gonna have to go get some two-stroke oil and a little paintbrush or something. Kind of wanted to have a look at this guy today. And drop the knife on the ground, that's always good for it. It's always good for it. Kind of just want to see how the nut threads onto this guy on this other one here. You guys can see what we're doing here. I think you can. Yeah, I'm not crazy on that nut, so the place isn't open tomorrow either. We got a place around here called Bolts Plus. Pardon me, and they've got all kinds of this cool stuff. It looks like it's a little bit marred up there. I'm just not really liking the feel of that, so I might go get. Ooh, that's kind of stiff. feels like Chinese shipping grease on that, so we'll have to clean that thing up real good and then lube it up. Okay, well, I guess until I get the nut for this guy, which now won't be till next week, Monday. This is now Friday, on my watch, but Friday evening. Yeah. Okay. So, I guess we'll have to leave that as that. And there's our cylinder there too. We're ready for that. Let's just put this guy in this box here for now. Put that, yep, there. We don't need that one right now. I don't really think there's anything else I can do on this guy right now until I kind of get that nut. Here's the new cylinder too. Maybe have a quick look at that. I know I got this other kit that I bought, and it just come with the cylinder and piston and rings. It didn't come with all these other sweet parts that I needed after I dug into this. So, but yeah. Well, there's a pretty cool little case for the rings to come in. Now this is pretty well packed. So yeah, they're directional, them ones. So that's good to know. And there's the little wrist pin. I'll have to get this all lubed up. And the little clips, circlips. And the little piston, the arrow always goes to the exhaust valve, or the exhaust side, which is this way. So this would go in this way, that way. And that's a pretty nice fit in there. This thing's gonna run awesome, woo! You can see some of the scratch marks in there from when they, you know, to hold a little bit of oil. We'll lube all that up, of course, too. How's this old one fit in here? Oh, was it ever wore out? Wow, there's a lot of play on this one. Wow. And this one's like nice and super tight, right? That other one's wore out a lot. That's just crazy, crazy, craziness. Well, we'll just leave all this in here for now, I guess. And the rings, we'll just put her back in the box. And should try this assembly on the new one. A lot of parts, isn't there? Crap, I don't know which way they went on now. Oh man, my memory is completely shot. Where were we now? Completely shot. You guys are probably just laughing. How could you forget that fast? I'll tell you what, you get old like me, you're gonna forget fast. Just so you know. Okay. That's not the assembly I was looking for. Okay, so we got the crankshaft, this washer, this guy, that goes all on after. I'm just kind of test fitting this. This washer, no, the bigger washer. Yep, and then that's fitting on there, right? Should. Oof. Gonna have to maybe work at that. A little bit of grime on there too. Wow. That's interesting. I might just have to give that a little bit of clean. I feel a little bit of a nib on there, we'll say. Yeah, get a fresh piece of stuff here. Just a lighter piece. Bearings pretty darn good tight tolerances on there. Boy, I'll say swoosh, swoosh. Oh, that one's on the ground. So yeah, I don't really want to use that nut. So we'll maybe go see about another one. Wow, that's really tight on there. Don't want to get her stuck on there, you know. Oh, I might have just done that. Okay, we'll just have to try to rub a little more here, I guess. You don't want it loose, but you don't want it so tight you have to fight to get it on and off, right? We're getting a little bit rubbed down there. Kind of wish this come with new nuts for that. Because it didn't. Maybe I'll spray a little bit of stuff on here. Where did that go? Probably looking right at it. I don't want W40, but I guess that's about the best. Wow, this is really particular. Huh. I guess that's what happens when you use non-OEM parts, and we might have to use this old crankshaft here because it just fit on here perfectly. It fits on that one really good. This one's just not perfect. Oh. It's not far out, but it's not perfect. I like to use the kit that comes with it because then we got all the new connecting rod and bearing. She might just take a little bit of maneuvering, we'll say. A little bit of work. There we go. Perfect. That's the new one, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Didn't take much, just a little bit. She's fitting nice. Okay. So, try this again here. So we got this washer. We got this guy. And we got this guy. We got that guy, and we got the bearing. This guy was fitting on there. this guy holds it up a little bit. And we got the little cup. And the little bolt or nut that holds it on. And that gets torqued about 3,000 foot-pounds. Something like that. I'm really liking how that's doing that, though. I might have to get in there with some WD-40 first. Get that to move and get rid of some of that old Chinese grease in there, we'll say, the old crap that they use to coat that. And then get some two-stroke on there and she should be good. Beautiful! Liking that! I'm liking it. But I gotta find a nut. I just don't feel good cranking that feller on. Just don't feel right with that. It's good on that one, but just looking at these, I mean, I could maybe chase those out. I don't have my tap and die kit up here, though. Could maybe chase those out, but you're also working then with a nut that's potentially not full strength. I probably should see if I can find another one. It's a fine thread something, I'm not sure what. 10 mil maybe? I better not risk that because this is a lot of work putting all this back together. So I guess that's about as far as we can go today. I'll see if I can get a nut. Next week there, I'll run up there and get one. They're closed this weekend, so they're only open Monday to Friday, which kind of sucks. Well, it's fine, but it kind of sucks. But yeah, anyways, okay, that's it. Thanks again for watching. Catch you all later. Hopefully you're enjoying the rebuilding of this guy. Should come back to life when we get her going here. Got a little bit more here I can probably paint up too. Part of this garden thing here. This guy come out of here. I'm not 100% sure from where, but I don't think it was in here because I've got some bolts somewhere that hold this on, and part of that's the belt adjuster. This guy is missing something here too that mounts onto the handle. This mounts to the handle and then this mounts through the rubber into the saw, so we might have to see if I can get one of those. That's the recoil that we're probably going to use, the one that come with the kit, because this one's pretty beat up. And then this other piece is the tensioner here. That's what this guy does here. That's your tensioner there. Oh boy, that was weird. Shouldn't have probably done that. I think it's on a cam or something. Anyways, we'll figure that out. I don't know if I'm gonna clean and paint this up though. Probably really should. That mechanism actually might come out of here. You know what? I bet you that will. And I could get it down there and get it all blasted up and painted. Seems like it's out of tension there now, so. Figured how this all goes back in here, I guess, too. Okay, let's leave that up there. And there's a couple of bolts holding this all together too, so maybe we'll leave those in there. That one doesn't seem to, oh, that one's the one that stays there and it mounts into, I think, this piece kind of thing. Mounts to the handle then. So there's another piece I'll take down, blast up, and clean up, get all this crud off it, and then it should look nice and new and clean like that when we're done with it. Kind of like these other bits. But The downfall side part here is this guard is really beat up on this side really bad. You can't really get these apart without cutting those things apart, so maybe I'll just probably need some bearing in there too, I would imagine. I'll maybe take this down too, and I'll probably not do the inside, but I'll do the outside and then paint it that Kubota orange I've got down there. It's pretty close to this Stihl orange here. We'll do it that color maybe, but yeah, sweet. Alright, so I'll have to empty out the box here some more. So there's our new flywheel. And the box for the rear here can go back on any time. And the muffler. A couple of bolts for that muffler. Okay. And this piece I'll take down, clean up, and this chunk I'll take down, the actual guard. Alright, well that's it. That's all as far as we can go today. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. You guys have a good one. We'll have this thing purring soon. Hopefully if it all goes back together right, I'll have to remember to bring up some 4-stroke and then go and get the nut. I think that should be about it. We might have to go through the carb too just to see how things are looking. Might be stuck for a day or two getting a carb kit for that as well. But eventually we'll get it running. Anyways, there we go. Thanks again. Catch us all later. And you guys have a good one.